All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are working on a do what prompt today. So you should have gotten one of these pieces of paper. It's got the writing prompt on the top, okay? And it's got this blank little graph on the bottom, and that's where we're going to make our do what chart. So first things first, if you haven't already, go ahead and put your name on the paper. I know I always forget to do this, so it's a good habit to get into. And then whatever block you're in, I'm going to be block 1, 2, 3, since I'm doing this for all three of you guys, okay? So, a do what chart is a way that we can approach a writing prompt. Because a lot of times we get to a writing prompt and I can see the looks on your face, and I know it's happened to me as well, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know what exactly to do here. So, this strategy, this do what strategy, okay, do what, is going to give you a way to work through the prompt in order to know what you are going to do. So down here on this chart that I've printed out for you, on the left side, I'm going to have you go ahead and write do. These are going to be where you put the verbs. Please write that down. VERBS, if Miss Hoyt can spell today. VERBS, okay? And the what on the other side, and that's self-explanatory. What are we going to do? Okay, what is the verb telling us to do? Okay, so now let's go up to the prompt. Now this writing prompt was based on the invention story that we read about a week or two ago now. The one where Stephen was peeling the apples and he got very frustrated because it took forever and decided to invent the apple peeler. Yet then his friend came and said, hey, wait, we've already made that a long time ago. My granny has one, right? So this is the writing prompt that would have gone along with that. So let's just check it out. Even though Invention Day did not end the way Steve thought it would, he learned something from his teacher. Write a narrative essay that retells the story from Miss Nell's point of view. Be sure to use what you have learned about the settings, character, and plot of the passage. Follow the conventions of standard written English. Manage your time carefully so that you can plan your narrative and do some pre-writing in the space provided in your test booklet. Write your narrative on the lined pages of your text booklet. Okay? Your written response should be in the form of a multi-paragraph narrative story. So here's what you're going to do. When you do these do what charts, you're going to go back to the beginning and you're going to look for, like I mentioned, the verbs. What is it telling us to do? So, even though Invention Day did not end the way Steve thought it would, he learned something from his teacher. That's like the introduction to this writing prompt. That's our background information. It doesn't tell us what to do yet. Okay? This next sentence is where that starts. Write a narrative essay that retells the story from Miss Nell's point of view. So, what's it telling us to do? Write a what? A narrative essay. Okay, I circled the verbs, and I'm going to underline what I'm going to do so it makes it easier. So what am I doing? Writing. What am I writing? A narrative essay. Okay, that retells the story from Miss Nell's point of view. Here's our next verb. Retells. What is it going to retell? The story from Miss Nell's point of view. Two very important parts, okay? Now, next part going down. Be sure to use what you have learned about the setting, characters, and plot of the passage. So, we've got our next verb right here, use. We're not going to do this other stuff because we're not using what we have learned. We're using the setting, the characters, and the plot of the passage that we've already read. We're not making that stuff up. Okay? And then the last thing, the last direction part in this section is follow Conventions of Standard Written English. Now that's one of those ones, if you remember earlier in the year, if you were here, that's kind of one of our duh moments. Is there any time in English that I'm going to expect you not to write with correct capitalization, correct punctuation, correct spelling? No. So while that one is a do and what, that should be one that every single time you are writing, you know you're going to use. Okay? Plan your narrative writing. We're not going to worry about these two, but we are going to worry about this last. Your written response should be in the form of a multi-paragraph, okay? Multi-paragraph narrative story. Those of you who don't remember what a narrative is, that's the thing where it's the made up, right? That's like the Frog Prince. It's like anything that is not accurate. It's not a fact. It didn't actually happen in real life. Okay, now that we've got all these up here, these circles and these underlines, we can put them into our chart. So, first one, write a narrative essay. We come down here. What are we going to do? We're going to write. What are we going to write? A narrative essay. The important part of that is it needs to be a narrative. Okay? Next part. Retells the story from Miss Nell's point of view. What are we going to do? Retell, and this is important because we're not making it up. We are just retelling it from Miss Nell's, and I'm going to do POV, point of view. Okay, if you feel more comfortable writing out, you can do that. Up to the next section. Use the setting, characters, and plot of the passage. All right, so what are we going to do? We're going to use setting, characters, and plot from passage. We're not making up our own. Okay? We're using all that stuff from the passage. And our last one on here is multi-paragraph narrative story. So when we're writing that narrative essay, I'm just going to add that part up here. Needs to be multi-paragraph. Okay, now you can look in this, and as you write, you can say, okay, did I write a narrative? Did I have multiple paragraphs? That's something that we really need to focus on. Did I make sure that I retold it, from Miss Nell's point of view? And did I use these elements, the setting, where it took place, the characters, who was in it, and the plot, the action of the story from the passage before? And that's it, guys. That's all you do to help you pull apart this writing prompt. Thank you for watching. I hope you got everything you needed. Bye-bye.